and said the best antivirus, anti-spyware, anti-everything that you can get your hands on. And if you're gonna have a computer like this, you want it to be protected. One of the things a lot of you are calling and asking right now is about an optical drive, because you look at this price and you look at, you know, the $509 worth of additional software and lifetime of service and all that we're doing, and you think, well, what about it? You know, probably an optical drive's not gonna be there. Well, wrong you are. I'm glad to say, I'm happy to say, if you were thinking that, you'd be incorrect. An optical drive is built in. Did you know less than 50% of computers in the United States today, less than half of the laptops sold in America have an optical drive built in? Yours does. It's not just a player. This is an optical burner as well, so you can burn music, you can burn movies, you can burn data, you can burn all of those things. Sort of continuing with a little tour around the computer. There's one USB port. There's a total of 3. You guys saw just a moment ago. I popped the Viper antivirus in there. There's your multi-in-one card slot. So that reads an SD card, an XD card, an MMC card. Oh, by the way, just in case we haven't mentioned it, this is a 1,000 gigabyte hard drive. It's a terabyte. Wow. So, you know, mentioning that SD card in those photos, you could store 1/3 of a million photos on your new computer. Wow. 320,000. There's 2 more USB ports. Here's a place for your earbuds. Guys, that's an HDMI port. That's a very expensive port. It lets you send and receive high-def video and audio. If you were just watching Joe Harrison out here with the projector, he said that has an HDMI port on it. So you can plug your computer into your projector, because this has a high-definition port right there. And there's your Ethernet port. So if you want to connect to any sort of network, or if you want to plug into a T1 line or something, though, of course, wireless internet is built in. Some of the best wireless internet. Actually, this is 802.11g, so you can be a little further away from your wireless access point. It's faster access, really all around. When you go tip to toe, when you think about a high definition webcam, when you think about that touchscreen experience, that high definition experience, you name it, Shannon, it is all in here.
It's featherweight,
it's so
fast,
light.
It's got free shipping. And Rick, if you could help me do the math on that 12-month VIP financing, I mean, honestly, they have matched it's $45.83.
That is a today's special.
It is a today's special.
Flex.
I mean, in all seriousness, between the price, it's a half off sale.
Yeah.
And then basically, we don't get 6 flex pays on computers unless it is a today's special. So it's less than a $100 bill to get this at home. And boy, you want to talk about Valentine's Day? With fewer than 300 of that framboise, I'm just going to hop out front here real quick, Rob. But that is an exclusive. If that doesn't scream, I love you, or Valentine's Day, or of course, then that, you know, red would do the same. You know, while the bouquet of roses might be nice, but they last a couple of days, this is a forever gift. And this is about as close to a forever computer as we offer. Certainly everything is upgradable, but when we talk about the best processor, when we talk about the biggest hard drive, and certainly you're talking about the triple threat. It's HP, it's Intel inside, and it's Microsoft. The other thing is, it is the most popular screen size in America. I have to say though, this is featherweight.
It's so light.
It is so light. It weighs literally just a few pounds. You'll swear that the battery is not even in this. I mean, in all seriousness. And then on top of everything else, you get that touch screen. It's amazing to me. I love what we do for electronics here at HSN, but I have to say we are hitting it out of the park tonight. The only problem is, we'll show you that quantity left one more time, because when we do items here at HSN, I think the #1 question I always get is that counter real?
Yeah.
Yes, it's real. And part of the reason I like to use the quantity left is more often than not, when we bring in a today's special or certain items, we'll have 10,000 of an item, 15,000 of an item, 20,000 of an item. If that puts it in perspective, that's not what we have. Rick, I'd love to show them just one more time. We have 1,400 and 1,400 only. The white is virtually gone at this point. Any one, so basically the last 50 of the white, which white is more expensive as a color to engineer. And the other thing that you should realize about this, HP is obviously a world leader. They're the #1 laptop manufacturer in the world, but they do these colors only for us. I think it's interesting, one of our callers from California who was talking about today's special shredder being in colors. You know, she's like, oh, shredders are usually, you know, black or gray. computers are usually black or gray. I mean, where are you gonna get a framboise? Where are you gonna be getting a raspberry computer? Where are you gonna be getting a purple computer? A beautiful periwinkle blue computer? A wonderful, almost garnet red computer? Well, you're getting one here and you're getting one today, and then it just happens to be touchscreen on top of everything else.
Yeah, and there's that. And you know, I sort of started to say a minute ago, so think about the devices that you love to use. You probably love to use your tablet. You probably love to use your smartphone. You love to use those because they're interactive, because you can walk up to them, and if you want to, for example, play the piano, you can play the piano. You can do really anything you want to do because it's touchscreen, right? Well, is your computer touchscreen? Think about this for a minute. Your computer is the hub of your electronics household. You plug your phone, your smartphone plugs into your computer to sync it, to sync your contacts, right? Your tablet, when it comes time to update your tablet, you plug it into your computer. I mean, your computer, it's the hub, so if it's not running well, nothing is running well. Your computer should be touchscreen too. If you don't love going to your computer, if you don't look forward to going and sitting and working at your computer, if it's slow when you run multiple programs, look, I'm running about, let's see, let's count them. I'm running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 programs right now. There's no waiting, there's no pausing, there's no hesitating. If your computer takes a long time to turn on, that's one of the awesome parts actually of Windows 10 is they have made the turn on time so much faster. It's measured in seconds now, not in minutes. So it turns on super quickly. It's lightweight, has a nice long battery life. In fact, I think we have a little animation that we can run about this processor. This Intel processor specifically is designed to give you longer battery life, apps. So your runtime on the apps, when you're running multiple apps at one time, they run more quickly. Your quicker startup times, as I mentioned earlier, that means less waiting and more doing. There it is, Intel's optimized battery life. If your computer, if you feel like it runs out of power quickly, you know, one of the great things about this processor is it's designed to be a processor that goes with you, that moves with you, and that stays powered throughout that process.
And that's a big deal because, you know, time is money. And if you're waiting for your computer, if your computer is crashing, if it's not booting up fast, if it won't let you do multiple things at once, it's funny because sometimes I think we throw out the term multitasking, and maybe you're thinking, oh, I don't multitask, I just do a little word processing. For most of us out there, trust me, you're multitasking. If you've got your email open, if you're surfing the internet and you're working on a spreadsheet or just doing shopping.
You know, you're running Viper in the background. You don't even know you're...
Exactly.
Your computer does so much more than you realize in this day and age. There's high-def video coming in. Sometimes it's decoding that video. It's using some kind of DivX program or whatever to decode certain sorts of video, certain sorts of sound. So whether you realize it or not, your computer's running in a lot of directions at one time.
So here are the reasons to buy, and then I'll give you some quantity updates because I know you see that clock on the screen, and I apologize. This was a really abbreviated airing. You can see for yourself. Thank you again, guys. Basically, only 1,400 remain. Of course, that does not take into account the hundreds of people who are calling. And the thing is, Aaron, there's so many reasons to get a new computer. If your old computer is making you crazy,
absolutely,
you want this.
If your old computer's taking a long time to start, if it runs hot. Do you know HP has something called HP CoolSense built in? It's an exclusive technology to HP that keeps it cool to the touch specifically. So when you have it on your lap, since it's a laptop, it stays nice and comfortable. If your computer's heavy, like Shannon said, this is about 5 pounds. You'll pick it up and you'll think the battery's not in it.
You will.
If you have a short battery life or slow performance, what a great day to upgrade. I want to show you in the couple of minutes we have left,
Aaron,
show you a couple of things.
I'm just going to give some quick quantity updates because remember, sorry about that, Rob. I'm just going to hop out front here. White, for all intents and purposes, is virtually gone. We have 45 of them. I'm just going to, sorry guys, I just want everybody, I'm going to grab the white so they can see something real quickly. The white I like particularly because it's got a nice little contrast, which if you do have visual acuity problems, I like that black-white contrast. I think it makes the computer keyboard a little bit easier to see. So there's your white. Your silver, we have, I think, 275 of the silver. This is your blue. Now notice that I love the color differential between the purple and the blue. There are 275 of that blue. The purple, there are only, like 200. Last 200 on that purple. The red, only 275, and then the exclusive pink. We love that pink.
That's great looking, isn't it?
Isn't it? I mean, so there are only 290, so there are actually fewer than 300 of that pink. Remember, you can only get that here at HSN, and I know I said this earlier, but basically your bonuses pay for the computer. You are getting hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of software, but here's the rub for me. I would buy this just because of the lifetime technical support. Ain't nobody giving away free technical support when you're at the computer store. That has a verified legal value of $300, but I almost want to argue with that because, as they say, it's priceless.
Yeah.
I mean, who are you going to call at 3 o'clock in the morning when the kids downloaded something on your computer? And by the way, that's any question. These are your geeks on demand. It's a United States-based company. They are experts on your computer. I can tell you for a fact, if you buy this, well, you can't get these colors anywhere else, but HP obviously is sold elsewhere. They don't do that lifetime technical support for anybody else. So if you go to the big bullseye, if you go to the big buy, I mean, they're gonna say, oh, you want technical support? You know they will. And they're gonna charge you either per question or per year. No one does. And actually, Erin, it's true. We only do, we select or we curate a handful of computers on a yearly basis where we include and factor in that lifetime technical support.
Very, very rare. Almost always only on today's special computers, quite frankly.
True.
So this is almost like a little bitty, teeny, fast mini today's special. I'll show you guys a couple things before we're out of time. I just want to show you a few things with the touchscreen, particularly with Windows 10. If you've been wondering, you know, what are some of the new features in Windows 10? I love to have the chance to kind of show off some of the new things. One is the start button's back.
Yeah.
So in the bottom left-hand corner, there's your start button. So along with that, of course, comes your power settings and your file explorer. All of your little programs are in those live tiles. If you remember live tiles from Windows 8, those are still there. By the way, Windows has redone the Windows Store.